I did a booth tour recently, and then I immediately upgraded literally everything. So I'm gonna do a new booth tour with all my new stuff. We changed from bright orange tablecloths to black. So this is what everything looks like now. I have a little bit more of like a tidier vibe, if you will. We have 2 business card holders. One of them is my personal business card with all of my social media on it with a QR code to my Linktree, and then my email and Discord and stuff on the back, contact info. And then I also have my podcast business card, which is a peel-off sticker as well. So if people want to put the free sticker on something, they can do that as well. It's a little bit big for the business card holder, but that's okay. We don't talk about it. I have a tip jar here. He has 1 broken hand, but that's okay. He's doing his best. But that's my tip jar for anyone who wants to take photos, and if they want to leave a tip, they can. Usually photos are always free though. This is my new wheel. Same thing as always. We have stuff like sticker, mystery, a compliment, a big print, spin again, postcard, and then lose a shoe, which actually did happen this con, which is really funny. But I also got these cute little black plants to put in front of my coffee cups so no one can see my water, because I feel like is a better aesthetic. And these string lights and an iPad, which has a gallery playing of all my cosplays from all of my years and years and years and years and years and years of doing this. The back wall is still the same, but someone recently asked how it's done, and I am really excited about showing that off. If you are a cosplayer who wants to booth, this is a really cool modular option instead of putting your prints in the sleeves and taping them together, because that can get really annoying and frustrating really quickly, especially if you want to like swap stuff out. So how I have been doing it is I've been doing these Velcro sleeves that I got on Amazon, and I'll leave a link in the description down below. But they are 11 by 17. They are ringbinderdepot.com/STH is the direct link. But basically all of these are inside of these sleeves, and we just put these Velcro squares on here. And so you can take them out and replace them with whatever you'd like. If it's your last one, you can take it off the wall and sell it individually if you'd like. And these just come off and go back together really, really, really easily. And at the top, they're just hooked to the bar with my banner on it with hooks that I may or may not have taken off of. Actually, I lied. Hooks that I bought on the internet as well that I definitely didn't take with me from banners at other conventions. Here are my 2 11 by 17 print books. One of them is for cosplay photos, and one of them is for a little bit sexier modeling photos. I keep them separate in case, you know, any of the America's youth decide to come by the table. But this book is all my cosplay prints. Another really cool, fun thing that makes it really, really easy to get prints when people ask for them is that they have numbers on them. So there's little number stickers here, 4 or 5. It's at the top and it's at the bottom. So if people are flipping, they can tell me the number, or if they're flipping, it's close enough at the top for me to see the number as well. And all of my prints are organized in this binder right here. It's missing a finger, don't look at that. But basically on the inside here, everything is numbered with tabs, 11 by 17 tabs. So if someone says they want number 6, just go in here and grab number 6, pull it out, and you can sign it for them. The target audience for this is half anyone who wants to see what like booths are like in general, or is thinking about coming by and saying hi, but also half for cosplayers who also want to booth at conventions and kind of maybe don't know where to start. This is, I guess, a good resource. I'm hoping that anyone can use this if they'd like. The wheel I bought on Amazon, we'll link everything in the description below, but I used Cricut peel-off stick-on vinyl. I just cut it in the actual sizes.
So much better than the last one.
Luigi, Luigi was making fun of my last one. He didn't like it. It was ugly. Now it's on brand, if you will. These right here are peel and stick chalkboard stickers. And then I use the chalkboard marker so that if I ever want to take one of these off and replace it with something else, I can just peel the sticker off, put a new one on. So it's not permanent. I also have keychains up here. I have a mystery pack, which I just added, which is why it's kind of floating off by itself. And then I have all my stickers here. This is an acrylic sticker stand from Amazon. Sticker prices, buy two, get one free. I literally cannot come to a convention without a speaker. I have a very specific type of ADHD. If I don't have an auditory stimulation, I will disintegrate like Thanos snapped me into another dimension. So I need a speaker. I always have my little carry-on speaker. It's playing the Halo theme song right now, which is very on brand for me. And I have this cute little acrylic pen holder. This is the only pen holder that hasn't broken in my suitcase. That's like a stand-up pen holder because I like to store my Sharpies upside down because the ink, if I store them up like this for a long time, it seems like they go bad faster. So I like to store them down so that the ink is pointing down, especially the paint pens. If they're stored upwards, I've noticed that they just like don't last as long. So that's how I store those. I have my little flight tags here. This one is mine. It's my last name, but it's a play on Coca-Cola. And I have, fuck it, I'll just fix it in Photoshop, which belongs to Martin Wong, but has given me permission to sell them on his behalf. And then I have a price list here as well that I made on Photoshop, but anyone can make on Canva or something. And then I got it printed at Home Depot or Staples on 11 by 17. And I have it inside of a sleeve and I have it taped with sticky Velcro on the side of the black cubes. And then on this side of the black cubes, I have a poster just in case somebody's coming from the other side and is like, what's going on over there? So that it grabs people's attention. And everything is labeled as well, so that if somebody comes up, I've noticed a lot that people will want to spin the wheel, but they don't know that it costs money. So especially small children will come up and be like, ooh, a wheel, and they'll spin it. And then if there's no price here, then they're like, I won something for free. And then I have to like let down a very small child that I won't be giving them anything for free. I usually do have something small that I actually can show you. If I'm ever in like a Target, I will get one of those like $1, $2 party favor multi-packs that have little things in them for kids, so that if a kid does come along and I don't want to disappoint them, I have these like little party favors. These are ice cream chapsticks that are just fun to play with. So I have those just in case. And then back here are the mystery packs. So anytime I have a bunch of prints that I don't want to sell anymore or aren't selling very well, or just that I want to get rid of for any reason, I've started to put them in what's called mystery packs. There's 3 in each and they are sold for $15. My normal price is $25 per print, buy 2, get 1 free. So it's like an incredible deal. Basically, it's just recouping any money that I've lost like purchasing them in the first place, especially if they're not moving. This is a nice way to get rid of some stuff. So I have regular mystery packs and I also have spicy mystery packs, which are a little bit more money and are labeled with the actual food spicy label, so that I know if the person wants something from the cosplay book, then it's gonna be one of these, or if they want something from the modeling book, it's gonna be one of these. It's also something you could win from the wheel as well, but it's something that I just started implementing. And another thing that I always have at cons are these bags. I noticed that a lot of people who buy the 11 by 17 prints are really nervous that they're going to get damaged as they're walking around the con, especially if it's busy. So I started bringing packs of these 11 by 17 sleeves. That way, if somebody buys anything, I can grab the print, sign it, and put it in one of these, and it's protected from the natures of the convention, of the people, of the drinks, of the spills, everything like that. So yeah, that is another little fun little hack, if you will. If you're a cosplayer and you are boothing or guesting for the first time, I always have those. And then I also have those bags in 5x7 size as well, and that would be for any of the stickers, or if you have smaller prints, I have those. And then I always have this little guy back here. This is a bullshit container. It has little postcard sized prints if anyone asks for smaller prints. But I've realized that if I have big prints and little prints, it's a lot to bring around, and like the novelty of getting a print at a con. Usually people want the big posters that they can hang on their walls as opposed to the postcards. So I'm phasing these out. There's only 4 left total, but I still have them if people ask. And then everything else in here, I have more of the chalkboard sticker paper for the wheel or for anything that needs to be labeled or anything back here. I have expo pens if I need to write on anything and it be temporary. Usually these print books, I'll write my schedule on for the convention and then I'll wipe it off at the end of the convention so people know where I am. If I just close my book and leave and they're like, where'd she go? They'll know that I'm at a panel or something. I have extra labels here as well. These acrylic stands I got off of Amazon, and these I printed at Staples as well and cut them out and put them inside. I have extra pens. I have some magnets if I need to hang some things up on these black cubes, but I haven't had to do that in a while. This I have for all of the pieces of the wheel so that I know for sure I have everything I need to put it together and take it apart, because if I have it in a bag or something where something can fall out, it absolutely and always will. So I have it in this screw container so that if I ever need to put the wheel away between conventions, I know that nothing will ever come out of this. I always have hand sanitizer. At a convention, we all know that we're more susceptible of getting sick. So I always have hand sanitizer on me, and then a bunch of pens are in here. But this is also really cool that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So you can buy these USB battery packs. So I have these lights around here, depending on the voltage. Both of these are plugged into external batteries. This is a external battery from Amazon. It is a power bank that is 5 volt. Everything's gonna be linked down below. I don't know what it's called, but this has been going for 2 days now and it's only at 87%. So you can charge your phone if you need to, but mostly it's here for my cool lights, for my aura, if you will. And then this one is much less powerful, but this one also has been going for 2 days. The battery is at full battery still. And these are USB fairy lights that you can click and change the color of to whatever you want. There's also like rainbow and stuff like that, but I just think that it's a fun little touch for a booth to have some fun elements. It also keeps the weekend fun along with the speaker and everything like that. And then in here, I have some extra pieces of Velcro in case I need. I have some super glue. Super glue is important to have at any moment, at any time, I think, just in case. I have some extra labels if I need to label anything. And this, which I think is my most important addition to my little convention bag of all time, which is a USB-C converter. It has a USB-C, HDMI, and a USB. So at conventions, a lot of conventions will have cosplayers do panels, and a lot of the time we're using somebody's laptop that doesn't have an HDMI port anymore because it's one of the brand new laptops that doesn't use HDMI. So the HDMI cord that is going to be plugged into the projector, if your laptop doesn't have an HDMI port, then we've gotten ourselves into a pickle a couple of times. So now I always have one of these on me, which is a USB-C to HDMI for the projector for the laptop. And it's also saved me before because I have put my phone on airplane mode, pulled up a presentation or a photo that I wanted to show off of like a cosplay or something, and I've actually plugged the USB-C into my phone and then plugged it into the projector, and I was able to, when we forgot our laptop or it died or we weren't able to get internet, we were able to pull up presentations on our phones and use this. So I always have this on me now. I keep it in my little con bag just in case we need it for any reason. Some conventions have USB-C converters and some of them don't, but I like to minimize all risk. So that is what I have back here. And I always have tape in case, just in case. You never know. Sometimes something's falling and you need an oh shit button. And so I always have a little thing of tape as well. Last but not least, I have these tablecloths. They're smaller than the other ones, and they just go over everything at the end of the day. That way we don't have to take everything apart or pack everything up every night and then redo it all in the morning. We can just whoosh and put everything back and just start fresh without having to be stressed about reassembling the booth. Two more things actually. So I got these drawers off of Amazon as well that are sticky, and I put them on the top of one of these cubes. So usually I have two tables and I have another cube, and if I have like a kid or something who comes up to the booth and I want to give them one of these little ice creams, I will usually have them in here. So I can just grab one, and that will usually be on another cube over here. And then these will be the bags for the stickers. Another fun little organizational bit. Last but very much not least is my convention guest book. This changes as soon as it's filled up. I look for the most unhinged notebook I could possibly find. This one is a goldfish, but basically every convention that I go to, I'll have a guest book where everyone who comes to the booth can sign their name and a little message, leave their social media if they'd like. And I think that it's a really fun way. At the end of the convention, you go back through and you get to see everybody's little messages that they wrote. Remember all of the funny little moments. If you were like, the weekend is chaos and everything is going so fast that it's a blur, it's nice to be able to like come back and have a little moment where you're like, oh yeah, that really cute thing happened. So I like to do this as well. This is from when we got our friend Bridget a video from the voice of Leon Kennedy. And we told him that she writes fan fiction about him, and he left her the most beautiful 2-minute video I've ever seen in my entire life, and she loved it. And I have a clip that I'll insert in the video. But yeah, feel free, please, to steal any of my ideas. If you have any of your own, please let me know. If you found this helpful, please let me know. If you just liked the little tour, please let me know. And I hope to see you again soon. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me an email or leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Bye!